Emotion, probably the most important thing about any sales copy, about any sales conversation, about any piece of marketing or sales content, is that it arises and creates emotion within the customer. You can see here, it's our 5th pillar in the content area. And emotion is very much tied to everything else that we've previously talked about. We've talked about the storytelling, about the benefits, the pleasures, the positive change, the moving from A to B. Like all that creates emotion. If you think about a problem that you had for a long time and you've struggled with it and you kind of accepted it as it is. For example, you didn't like your job, but you tried multiple startup attempts, you tried your freelance career, nothing worked, so you're back in your job. Or you are 50 pounds overweight, you tried every diet in the book, you tried every muscle, whatever training plan, nothing worked, so you're still with the problem. You're still in your pain, you still have the desire didn't go away, you just gave up on it, you lost your hope and you accepted the situation, but you still kind of bothers you a bit. And especially if someone comes and triggers it and directly talks about this problem and the pain that you have, you might get very irritated by that and get angry or lash out or spark again the strong desire to change. And now imagine some new brand, some new product comes into your newsfeed on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and they have something so incredibly new, innovative, that you've never seen before, that just makes total sense to you mentally on a feature, on a logical level, that you gain new hope. You gather new hope to change. Now, potentially, finally, the last 3-4 attempts that you had there, you see how because of different things that you might have learned now, the reason why you failed there in business or why you failed there in weight loss or in muscle growth or in dating, you now see why you failed. And now with this new knowledge and equipped with a new product, you could finally change. And this makes people very emotional when they just think about the potential transformation that they could really have. And this is exactly where we need to be very sure that the product can actually deliver on that transformation. And so we can truthfully and authentically say that and communicate that in our content. And so what we basically now have to do is we have to spark that emotion through our content. And it is basically already done once you talk about the pains and the pleasures in the right way, and you give hope and you give belief and trust. Because if there's high perceived chance of the transformation not happening because of lack of trust or lack of credibility or like whatever reasons that people don't believe in your word, then we don't get these emotions. So we need to make sure that before we, for example, we talk about pleasure, benefits, features, possible change, we need to make sure that we are believed, we are trusted because we have a doctor behind us, or we have 10 years of research, or we have achieved this and this and this status, authority with our brand. As we went our own hero's journey, we created all this, and now finally we give it to you so you can make the change as well. And once people believe that, once people really see the potential for them to change, that arises this emotion, and you can further amplify these emotions with sales techniques like scarcity, like whatever they're like. You know these sales triggers that you would potentially put on a landing page, like a timer or a limited amount in stock, or only 10 places left, 10 spots left to claim. And if all this is authentic and all this is believed, then this will create a lot of emotion to act right now, because otherwise you might miss this opportunity. You might pay more later, while right now there's this crazy discount going on only for a limited amount of time and only for a limited amount of people. And you can be one of the lucky people to join right now, but you have to act now before all the others. And so this would arise even more emotion. And then the only job is to close the sale through very, very good optimized UX, UI on the landing pages, very seamless, very speedy, fast loading forms, fast loading landing pages, and just making it very easy for the customer to really buy. For example, by just having a one-click face scan Apple Pay payment, or just having a pre-logged in PayPal where they can just click 2 buttons and immediately buy. And it's very important not to lose this emotional customer. Imagine you have a really great ad, a nice video on your landing page, and a highly emotionally crafted, conversion optimized landing page. Then within a couple of minutes, you would make this visitor very highly emotional, but you might lose him if he's not closed on the spot. So if he takes too much time to fill in all his details, set up an account, come up with a password, make a double authentication, factorization, confirmation email, and then he has to get his credit card, which he might have put in his bathroom and he lost it, and he needs to find the numbers and put in the 16-digit and security code. By that, he lost all his emotion. And his thoughts going to start to arise that maybe it's not the right idea to buy this right now. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe he needs to ask his wife first. Maybe he should reconsider his purchase. Maybe he should do more research. Maybe his dog started to bark and wants to go outside and he just abandons the cart. So there are so many reasons that people don't buy here. They drop off and they lose their emotion. And once they lost their emotion, they are in thought mode again. And the main reason the thoughts are there is to prevent a transformation. Because thoughts make sure that everything stays as it is. Wherever a big change is proposed, there are 10 thoughts that say why this change shouldn't happen, isn't going to happen, doubts, everything. Doubts, fear, whatever. A lot of thoughts that prevent the emotional change. And so our job is to make sure we have high emotional state and a quick purchase decision, quick technical purchase execution, so that the customer is secured. And at this point, the customer is, you turn the visitor into a purchase, into a customer. You made a conversion. Congratulations. And you now have this customer, and this is the start of the relationship with the customer. Over time, over the months and years, he will use your product. He or she will go through the transformation, buy more products, buy your upsells, buy your bundles, buy your subscription, buy your higher priced products and services, and become a loyal customer, brand ambassador, and potentially even something like a close friend or a really, really loyal customer, or even like an employee in your brand, or an affiliate, once he fell in love with your brand so much because of this one initial purchase, this one initial emotional transaction there. So very, very powerful concept. I hope you like it, and I wish you as much fun with the next video.